Ain't nothing gonna come easy with this, and you gotta know and remember that in a spiritual fight you will be attacked. In a spiritual war, Salaki, you're gonna be attacked, and that you have to have a response. That may, like I said, that response is praying. That response is fasting. That response is doing the good works. You know, our response to spiritual attacks is doing the good works. Okay, when you being spiritually attacked, you gotta pray, right? You gotta pray. Pray harder, pray more. If you praying the standard of praying is three times a day. I'll show you that real quick. If you didn't know, 3 times a day. Real quick, so Psalms 55. So yeah, you supposed to pray 3 times a day. When you praying 3 times a day, pray more, right? When you being spiritually attacked, and then you want to fast. Some demons, right? Some demons that attack you, they very strong. So you're gonna have to fast. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna get that demon off of you. Sometimes you might have to fast and pray. You know, but yeah, that's what we gotta do, and also giving alms. So when we in this so when we spiritually attack, we gotta fast and pray and continue to do the good works. You know, and those good works is our duties, right? For the Israelite man, it's for him to go on the highways and byways and teach, you know, make these videos, right? Teach teach the people teach in the streets, right? Highways and byways. For the Israelite woman, her duties is to maintain the household, take care of the children, and if the woman, if the believing sister is with a man in the Lord, right? If it's a case where a believing sister is with a man of the Lord, because not every believing sister, right? Not every sister in this truth is with a man of the Lord. But if she is with a man of the Lord, then her duty then would be to, like I said, take care of the household, watch over the children, and also reinforce the teachings that the father, that man of the Lord, is giving down to the children. You know what I'm saying? Reinforce that to the children. All right. Psalms 55 and 16 and 17. It says, "As for me, I will call upon Yahweh Bashem Shah, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shah shall save me. Evening and morning and at noon." So that's 3 times, right? That's 3 times literally in a day. Evening, morning, and noon. That's 3 times in a day. Will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice? So we supposed to pray 3 times a day, right? But when you're being spiritually attacked, you're gonna have to pray more than that. You might have to go 6, 7 times a day, depending on how heavy the attack is. You know what I'm saying? You want to have to add a fast into that, into your prayers as well. You know, if you're being spiritually attacked. So fasting and praying is definitely a great weapon when you're being spiritually attacked. That's the response when you're being spiritually attacked. Fasting and praying, and doing good works, you know. Continue to do the good works on top of your fasting and praying, right? So what are these good works? Giving alms, okay? Charity, helping, being brotherly. See what I'm saying? These are good works that not only covers a multitude of sins, but it's our way of fighting back against those spiritual attacks. You see what I'm saying? Those spiritual attacks that try to take us out the truth. Also for the Israelite man making videos, that's good works. That's our way of fighting back. Scriptures say we're not supposed to overcome evil with evil, but evil with good. So when Satan, those spiritual and them demons try to jump on us and attack us, we supposed to fast and pray and continue to do the good works. Right? Let me get this scripture real quick. Real quick. This is Romans 12 and 21. It says what? Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. See, so we supposed to continue the good. So when evil happens to us, when we are faced with evil, we supposed to overcome it with good. So that's how we're gonna overcome the attacks, you know, these demonic attacks and these and this an attack that come from the spiritual demon Satan, is we have to continue to do the good works, which is what? Fasting, praying. That's the first thing you're supposed to do when you're being attacked spiritually. When you're going through a spiritual attack, that's when you're supposed to be fasting and praying, right? Fasting and praying, um, giving, doing alms, right? Doing alms, charity, being brotherly. For the Israelite man, making videos; for the Israelite woman, maintaining the household and the children, and also too paying your tithes, right? Because I laid a video out a couple months ago, and you can also find a video on Elder Apostle Sahar page on how to give your tithings, because that's gonna help you fight, do the good work. You know what I'm saying? When you're being attacked, giving out tithings, that helps. You know, that definitely helps in this war. That definitely helps when you give out your tithings. You see what I'm saying? Which is 10% of what you make, on your job, but that definitely help too. That definitely help too. Um, Let me see. Going back to now, Ecclesiasticus 2:3, it says, "Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end." So the question is, how do we cleave unto Yahweh Shemawashah so that we have the strength to overcome in the end, right? How do we cleave to Yahweh Shemawashah? You got to stay in the truth. And we just went over it. You got to do the good works, fasting, praying, right? Alms, charity, tithing, being brotherly. For the Israelite man, making videos. For the Israelite woman, maintaining her household, right? And also for the Israelite woman, being silent in the churches, right? When you go into brothers' channels, whether it's brothers of GMS or brothers on TikTok platform or whatever platform you are, just be silent. Just say shalom and that's it. Don't throw no. Do not. I repeat, do not throw no precepts on the comment board, please. No, that's out of order. Be silent. Just say shalom. It was an edifying lesson, you know, or just ask a simple question and that's it. Don't be throwing no comments and giving us your opinion. No, be silent, as the scripture command. It is shameful for a woman to speak amongst the churches. Lucy paraphrasing. Be silent. When you go on brother's platform, just be silent. Ask a question, say shalom, or say thank you, and that's it. That's it. So we cleave unto Yahweh Shema Shah by continue fighting, continue to enduring. And how do we do that? By continuing doing the good works, continuing our duties. So for the Israelite man, is to go out and teach, make videos, right? And for the Israelite woman, is for her to maintain her household, and if she has children, to maintain the children. You know, and to continue, and for both the Israelite man and woman, obviously, is to continue to have faith in Yahweh Shema Shah. You know, right? And when the Lord see that you keep fighting and that you continue to do the good works and you continue your duties as an Israelite man and an Israelite woman, then the Lord's going to give you the strength to overcome in the end, right? But He just want to see, are you going to fight back? Are you going to give up or not? You know, that's why the Lord is letting you fight, is letting you is not giving you the victory immediately, because He want to see you going to fight back. I just read you the scripture in Exodus 15:3. The Lord Yahweh Shemashah is a man of war. The Lord Yahweh is His name. So He want to see you fight. He want to see you going to fight back, or you going to give up, right? It's Ecclesiastes 2:4. It says, whosoever, Salakia, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Okay? So, right, us being And the brother, when I was listening to GMS Bread of Life 3, uh, I think it's C3, GMS Bread of Life C3, right? But I would listen to one of the brothers at the main camp. I listened to one of their lives they did this past week, this recent weekend, and the elder brother said it beautifully. As Hebrew Israelites, we're brought into a low state. You know what I'm saying? We're brought into a low state. People mock you. Now that you're an Israelite, people mock you, right? People make fun of you. People hate you. Your family turn against you. You know, people try to people try to clown you at the job. People try to set you up at the job. You know, if you were Israelite man in the highways and byways, people look down upon you because you ain't in the fringes, right? They just you know what I'm saying? They just scoff at you for believing on your how about Shema Shah, right? This world ostracizes you because you're different. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have a lineup or no shape up, right? And for the sisters, because you cover your head and walk in godliness to the best of your ability, you know. So this world, I kind of like distance itself from you, which is fine. That's how you want it to be when it comes to just the world distancing itself from you. You don't want to be close to the world. But I'm just giving you examples of us, we as once you come in this truth and you wake up to the knowledge that you're a Hebrew Israelite, you know, you're brought into a low state, you know? You're brought into a low state because this is when people gonna hate you, mock you, scoff at you, um, try to, be violent towards you, right? Want to set you up, try to get you, you know what I'm saying, get you fired at the job. Like, all of this happens when you came into this truth. So that's us being brought to a low state, you know? That's us being brought to a low state, right? Ecclesiasticus 2 and 5, it says, for gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So whatever, also too, losing family and losing friends. That's what happens in this truth too. You start losing family and friends because they don't want to associate with you because you were Israelite and your lifestyle is different from theirs. So they stop associating themselves with you. You know, you may lose your house. You know what I'm saying? You may lose your car. You may lose a job. You know, it's a lot of stuff that comes with being an Israelite. So we brought into a low state, right? Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire. So that tried is to be tested. So the Lord allowed us to be brought into this low state to test us. That fire is our own, it, you know, personal adversity. It says, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You see, is our own and whatever adversity that we face as Israelites, and it's different for every brother and sister. Every situation is different, but we all face adversity, and the Lord is using that adversity to do what? To try us, to test us, to see are we gonna do we really believe or not? Are we gonna keep the faith or not? Are we gonna keep going despite being in slow faith or not? So like it, I'm said it the wrong way. I'm trying to say, are we gonna keep fighting and hold on to faith, or are we gonna give up and go back into the world? This is why the Lord allowed these things to happen, because He's testing you, He's testing your heart. He want to see, are you gonna believe and fight and just keep going despite being in a slow state, despite taking losses, right? You lose your job, despite losing your job, despite losing your house, despite losing your woman, despite, losing a relationship with your kids, despite, losing your car, you know, despite student loan debt, despite, all of the adversity that you're going through. Are you going to continue to do the good? Are you going to continue to believe on Yahweh Shema Shai and do the good works and do what he called you to do? Or are you going to give up and go back into the world because you're catching all this adversity? Because you lost your house, you're going to go back in the world. Are you going to go back in the world because you lost your house? Are you going to go back in the world because you lost your car? Are you going to go back in the world because you lost your woman? Are you going to go back in the world because you lost your job? Are you going to go back in the world because you lost a relationship with your kids? Are you going to go back in the world because you're homeless? You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna go back in the world because you may lose your, you know what I'm saying? You in bad health. You know what I mean? Are you gonna go back in the world because you feel because you're lonely now? Or you gonna go back in the world because your social circle is dwindling? Like, this is what the Lord wants.